Yo, hi, these comments are for IS, and I am Michael, the founder owner and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. And I'm looking at your practice for February 27th. So you say, this are today's recordings. You want to say, these are today's recordings here. So change this to THES and then put an S on recording. So number one, do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Businesses should do anything they can to make a profit. Use specific reasons and examples to support your position. And the next one is, many parts of the world are losing important natural resources, such as forests, animals, or clean water. Choose one resource that is disappearing and explain why it needs to be saved. Okay, so let's take a look at the natural resource one first. And don't forget that each day when you send me an email with writing and speaking practice, you can send me one speaking practice test every 24 hours and then one writing practice test every 24 hours. And that way I can give feedback to you and all the other students in my online TOEFL course. And I can keep the expense of my course low. Okay, thank you.
Forest, animal, or clean water, everything has to be saved for a future, but the paramount importance should be given to a forest. I feel this way for the following two reasons.
Okay, you use that organization a lot. You know what that sounds like to me? I feel this way for the following two reasons. That sounds like a template. Sounds like you've memorized a certain way to begin your speaking task, and you're going to use that every time. But what happens? What if it said this? Compared to artists that you know. Right? How about that? So how do you begin that kind of a response? You see what I'm saying? What I'm saying is don't just think of a generic way to start every response. Try to create a more specific topic statement around which you can organize your speech. So go to speaking, lesson number 2. That'll give you some good tips on how you can more coherently organize your ideas, especially with a more sharply focused topic statement.
First, we see all over the concrete forest is going on. The deforestation is on the large scale from the last 50 years or a millennium. So we have to concentrate more on the forest. It's a
We have to concentrate. You didn't quite pronounce all the words there. Concentrate.
natural habitat for animals. As we have seen, many of the strategies have been taken to save the animals as their forest is lost.
Again, the two, your long vowel sounds. Does this sound familiar to you? You want to work on pronouncing those long vowel sounds. Two, blue, moat, boat, blue, few. You need to make those long vowel sounds longer.
So they are going to be automatically save the animal if forest is saved. Second, the total ecosystem is hampered if deforestation occurs. For instance,
Having some trouble with pacing and pausing, right? So I think thought groups and blending, pronunciation lessons 41 through 44.
Rainfall, what?
Okay, so I think on this one, I'm going to put you at about 2.3 out of 4, 18 points out of 30. Need a little bit better, more coherent organization to your ideas, beginning with a sharply focused topic or thesis sentence. And then you need to kind of connect the different parts of your response together a little bit better. Delivery, need a lot of work there. I gave you some comments there also yesterday. So really spend time working on the delivery. If you can improve the delivery, I'm telling you, many good things are going to happen for you, my friend. I've had a lot of students in my online course. Their speaking scores around 22 or 23. And after improving their delivery, bam, it goes up to like 27. No kidding. We're moving on to your second response. Businesses can do anything to make a profit, right? Now, hopefully on this one, you won't begin the speaking task with exactly the same grammar that you used before. Why don't you want to do that? Because the whole purpose here is to practice varying your sentence structure. The whole reason you want to take my course is to go through my grammar lessons, my vocabulary lessons, and by going through all these lessons, it'll give you better tools and better knowledge so you can approach things a little bit differently, right?
I'm not in the favor of business can be do anything, whatever they can for making of the money. I feel this way for the following two reasons.
Again, exactly the same introduction from what you did just a minute ago, right? Stop doing that. Don't do that, right? Not a good idea. You want syntactic variety. This is important. Okay, you had some language use issues in the beginning too.
I'm not in the favor of business can be do anything, whatever they can for making.
They cannot do, I wouldn't say anything, whatever they can. That just say businesses should not be allowed to do whatever they can because, and state support point A, support point B, and now you have a great topic statement there. So you definitely had some language use issues, right?
Making of the money. I feel this way for the following two reasons. First of all, business ethics. Every business should act in a code of conduct, and that is called as a business ethics, which every business person knows they are well. They can't do anything to make their money. For instance, suppose for a shampoo selling person or company, if they sell anything.
So 70% of companies, but you're too broad. You need to get specific. How do you get more specific in your idea?
In the name of a shampoo, will not do if any hair loss or any kind of skin infection happens, it will directly bone onto a company. Second, there's a big trust between a customer and a company, so they can't business in the name of money, they can't deceive the people and make money. So these are my two reasons.
Now, you didn't really support that second support point, so you kind of ran out of time. I'm going to give you 2.1 out of 4 in this one, 17 points out of 30. So you had definitely had some problems with either topic development, also language use, and then delivery. All right, so for you, here's my advice for you. I think you can do speaking practice every day if you want, which is good, but I would spend more time in 3 areas in my course right now. Here is my recommendation for you. Spend a lot of time doing vocabulary practice, building your vocabulary. That means learning the words in lesson 3, 4, 5, and 6 in the vocabulary part of my course. Secondly, work on your delivery. That means completing the pronunciation pretest, and also the practice exercises so you can master the vowel and consonant sounds of American English. Also, you need much practice when it comes to syllable division, grammatical word endings, word stress, sentence rhythm, intonation, thought groups and blending, right? You got to solve those problems. And you can also work a lot right now in the grammar part of my course, right? So you need the basics, you need the foundation. How can you speak fluently if you're limited with your vocabulary, grammar, and your pronunciation, right? It's tough. Whatever you want to do what you're going to do. But remember, get as much exposure as you can. And thank you for completing this practice.